Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's take another look here at SUI, see what's going on. Gonna get back in the ring to see if this coin can absolutely continue further up or if we're going to be due to correct a little bit. Now keep in mind, we are above this relevant recent resistance at about $2. So keep in mind that round number should work as a support if we can close above it. That's usually how support levels are created or reestablished. But in this case here, we can recognize that we've broken our descending trend line. We're back up above majority, if not all moving averages on relevant timeframes. And those are important things to recognize too. So awesome stuff. I would not recommend shorting this coin. If you're going to consider waiting for a long, that would probably be a better alternative to actually trying to short to that level. Okay, so just best practice, that's what I'm always going to recommend. I did the same thing yesterday, of course, and it was a little bit more on the conservative side. Unfortunately, missed out on some good opportunities, but that is absolutely what it takes when the price action looks absolutely abysmal. So buying the dip yesterday honestly was a very irresponsible thing from a leverage standpoint, but from a swing trader slash spot bag consideration, 164, as I mentioned, is a pretty solid little support range there that held very well. So good stuff in the overall sense. All right, let's pull up the back end data, kind of see what's going on. And what we're looking for here is new liquidation levels to the upside, see how much further up we could go, or more importantly, just what the overall sentiment is on the back end, because liquidation data is important. Do me a favor, folks, hit the like button, comment below if you get a chance. Absolutely appreciate that. See if we can get a few hundred views or more so likes on this video. We've been getting some decent amount of views on SUI, which is great. So I appreciate the awesome feedback from a majority of people watching. Let's take a look here, of course. 205 to 210. Pretty heavy concentration liquidation. We got somewhere in the range of 1 to 2 billion in liquidation if you kind of keep going up to about 220. So there's a solid amount of liquidation there, definitely letting us know that further upside is probable. Now, it's common for coins to pull back at least a little bit before they leg up again, all right? Or at the very least, range bound. So if we go range bound here between 202 and $2 even, I think there's a pretty solid chance we're going to see the price continue to run. The thing I love about this here is with the liquidation levels, we don't have a massive imbalance of longs versus shorts, okay? In other words, it's kind of close to break even in a lot of ways. We got a little bit more longs in the market, but the truth is the price could very well continue to run much higher at this point now that we've broken through a lot of those resistances and Bitcoin is starting to consolidate slash increase. I mean, oddly enough, Bitcoin's still running towards 73,000. So pretty big deal there. Keep in mind SUI completely turned around as soon as Bitcoin broke that 70K range. So this is that natural euphoric type of situation you're going to see in crypto trading when you start getting closer to all-time highs. It's a lot of logic is thrown out the window and people just start pumping money in. I don't know if you've seen the meme from Futurama, but shut up and take my money. It's basically what's going on right now with most altcoins, specifically SUI. What we see here, though, of course, we look at our open interest. We can recognize 192 is that area of open interest from before. So anyone who was underwater on those trades is now back in the green. So congratulations on that. That is excellent stuff. I'm super happy to see this volatile recovery here. Now, from an overall standpoint, let's take a look at the daily and kind of recognize that we are coming up against a resistance range. Again, keep in mind SMAs are not resistances, but the truth is we haven't closed above this $2 mark yet. So absolutely important for us to close above $2. I think that's super important. And at this point here, we can see our local point of control as well is $2.02. So we're tentatively rejecting out there at that range. Okay, so that's a good sign in the overall sense that we're retesting that. But generally speaking, we want to respect this $2 range until we close above it. Okay, but either way, the 20-day SMA is right there, kind of letting us know that we're testing that trend, if you will. We are back up over 50 on the RSI, swift recovery, money flow index increasing. Everything's going to be looking bullish here on the daily. And same thing with the 4-hour too. We're above every single moving average. We're not in bad shape whatsoever. We've broken our descending trend line. A lot of reasons why we're probably going to sustain this price action and go higher. We take a look here at our areas of consideration for retracement. Well, there's nothing to consider here. Everything's looking very powerful. There's no reason to consider shorting against this coin. While I'd appreciate or like it better if money flow index was above the RSI, we're still in really good shape here for a second stochastic swing and, of course, a MACD continuation. So really, you could try to argue this, but there's literally nothing you can see on the charts here letting us know a pullback is necessary or going to happen. Keep in mind, you got to recognize this too, though. When I analyze this coin yesterday, when it's at 164, ready to break down to sweep that extra layer of liquidation on the downside, it instantly recovered and continued higher. Granted, that was in the face of Bitcoin doing extremely well. You can see Bitcoin never looked back. But the truth is here, when coins are overextended like this, they are likely to continue in that same direction. But we saw the exact opposite thing happen yesterday, and it just turned around out of nowhere. Okay, so altcoin dominance started to increase. The price of altcoins continued upwards. There's a lot of ridiculous things that occurred in the last 24 hours as far as like what's supposed to happen from a technical standpoint versus what's going on from an emotional standpoint. And when I say emotional, I'm simply meaning that most people are FOMOing in right now because they're worried that they're going to be left behind. And that's really what we're seeing. And it's a good thing, don't get me wrong, I'm not upset with it, but the truth is there's a lot of volume to back that up. That's a very good thing, but you need to recognize that this is more of a, there was no technical catalyst to cause this to happen, okay? And that's good and bad depending on how you look at it. All right, anyways, that's just the bottom line here is, minus some fair value gaps here, we could even see a retrace to like 190 as a possibility, being somewhat of a local point of control within the last, 10 trading days. But the truth is we close above $2. The likelihood of the price going further up from here is greater, okay? So SUI is looking very, very strong. I would definitely not recommend shorting this coin. If you're going to consider long, $2 or 191 seems like logical areas of retracement. But I'll post a playout chart here again soon on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord to give you a perspective on what I feel is going to happen next with this coin. I appreciate you watching. Nonetheless, last but not least, you got one more day to take advantage of this deposit bonus from Bitunix. We are running another campaign in November, so stay tuned for that. Anyone who's registered with my link in the past or present will qualify for any future rewards and or bonuses. So check them out. They've been awesome to us. No KYC or VPN. Hope you have a good rest of your day, folks. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.